drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Baja Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Bill Alexander Ford, Yuma's best choice, has it all for you. Go online to BillAlexanderFord.com and get more for your trade. BillAlexanderFord.com for the best selection. BillAlexanderFord.com for 0% financing. BillAlexanderFord.com for no payments for 90 days. BillAlexanderFord.com for 0 down payments. BillAlexanderFord.com for over 350 vehicles. Go to BillAlexanderFord.com for the difference you can count on.
All right, we are back here once again with your Method Race Wheels Fishgistics updates presented by Fox Racing Shocks all day. Today we are talking about the 2025 Score Baja 500. Hopefully you guys are having a good day and having fun watching this. There's so many cameras, I don't even know who's to watch anymore. This is pretty awesome. Let's go over and I'll show you guys. So here's some of the cameras that we're looking at. All right, here's what's going on in the race. Top left up here, very top left. This is Toby Price entry, Paul Wheel's truck. Paul Wheel is behind the wheel. He is driving. He is getting close to the finish. Let's go look at the tracker real quick. All right, let's refresh the tracker. He is at mile 362. So 362 for Paul Wheel. Now, the thing is, he has right behind him, look at the tracker right here. The 46 is actually in front of the 1. Let's go back over. If we look, we're going to close this, and we're going to go look at Alan Ampudia's camera because he is in second place, and he is right behind Paul Wheel. See that dust right there? He's literally on his bumper. He's like 10 seconds behind him. So the problem is Paul Wheel's truck is stuck in 6th gear. They cannot downshift. He's been stuck in 6th gear for over 100 miles now, and he's been only driving in 6th gear. It's a good gear to be stuck in, kind of, but not for this section where they are right here. The converter's been getting a little hot. I was listening to their audio, and they were talking about the converter getting a couple hot a couple times. That's the problem. You can be in a tall gear, and like the car will still go okay. It's just when you get in this slow, tight technical stuff, you're in 6th gear, you're really loading that converter up. It's going to put a lot of heat in it. So you don't want to lose a converter. So that's what they're dealing with right now. That's why Alan Ampudia was able to make up time on them a little easier than maybe normal, because he is only stuck in, he's only got 1 gear. He's got 6th gear. So that's what's going on there. That's those first 2 cars. Then if we come down to Justin Lofton, here's your 3rd place car right now. So Justin Lofton is 3rd on course physical. He's in 3rd place. Then if we go away from him and we go to Christopher Polvardi up here, he is going to be your 4th place car. So Christopher Polvardi right here is going to be your 4th place car. You can see he's doing almost 100 miles an hour right there. So he's hauling the mail. That is going to be your 4th place. Now, 5th place is going to be, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th place is going to be Luke McMillan. We don't have his in-car camera. And then 6th place is going to be Bryce Menzies' car, who, let's see, we did have that one. So Bryce Menzies is right here. This is actually Jesse Jones driving right now. So there you go. There is your 6th place vehicle. So 6 out of the top, or 5 out of the top 6, we have cameras for here. So pretty cool to see the racing action. We can watch them all at the same time on our watchparty.cc site. Pretty cool. We get to see all them. Your lead trophy truck 2-wheel drive is right over here. That is the Cameron Steele entry. That is Dave Mason Jr. that is driving that car now. So Dave Mason Jr. behind the wheel of the 16T, leading the 2-wheel drive trophy truck class. So that is what's going on right there. So there's a look inside your cameras. We also have some other cameras that are a bit of a bummer down here. We got Cognito. So this is Justin Lambert. They hit a booby trap and crashed. They crashed pretty hard. It looks like they broke some parts on that car. They're waiting for some parts, but they hit a booby trap and they crashed. So big bummer for Justin Lambert. They're both okay. We saw him and Matt outside of the car a minute ago. Bummer for them though. They crashed pretty good. Car is broken. That's why they're stopped, if you're wondering what's going on there. All right, let's go look at the tracker. Meanwhile, like we said, that's your leaders. They're in Europan right now, so it's not going to be too long, less than an hour till the finish. You can see they got 64 miles to the finish, but that's all the way back in town. Remember, Rancho Nelson is the actual finish, which is like 20 miles short. So it's about 40 miles to go until the finish line. So that's where they're going to be at. Yeah, right about 4:11 is the timed finish, and they're at 3:64. So just over 40 miles to go, and we will have our first truck finisher. Now, Spec trucks, we're really close still. Jason McNeil is in front of Justin Davis. You can see they're on the highway, both updated the same. So there's Jason McNeil. There is Justin Davis. So first and second in Spec is still close. It's a little ways back to third, but we got Jordan Dean in third. Pretty much same order all day. Davis and McNeil have gone back and forth, but Dean's been in third for most of the day. There's Cameron, and then Cole Harden is now in fourth, up to fourth there. Mike Mersal showing his fifth. And then here's your lead Class 1 car. So your first Class 1 car is right there, Cody Parkhouse. Cody Parkhouse. Let's see, where's the next one? Is that a 1 car behind him there? Nope. Next 1 car right here, Dale Eberts. So Dale Eberts is going to be your second place 1 car. He's down on the beach. So first place, like we said, Cody Parkhouse. I think we actually have a camera for him too. Yeah, right here down in the bottom middle. Look at the bottom middle. That is Cody Parkhouse camera right there. So Cody Parkhouse, cool to see him. Oh, look at that shot on the left over there. Is that the Mike Marsal truck on the left by the beach? What a shot. That's pretty cool. Let's watch this Mike Marsal helicopter shot for a second. That was cool with the beach. They just showed the beach in the background a second ago. It might get good in a second here. Let's see when they go by. If they zoom out a little bit. That was a cool shot showing the beach. He's right on the water here. It's hard to tell, but the beach is just there to his left. Here we go, zooming out. You might see it again. See it right there? There's some water. This is a really fun section. This is a fun section of course right here. So it's cool having all these cameras all over the place. You can see there he goes. He's going up the hill. That's a little shortcut up the hill. It's not much of a shortcut anymore because everybody really knows about it. But that's going to lead him back into the road that's going to go to Santa Tomas. So pretty cool. He's going to go hard right up at the top right there. You can see right where everybody is. Everybody waving him on. Everyone giving the helicopter a thumbs up. He's going to go right, and he's right back on course. So there you go. That's Mike Marsal taking the line that's been there for a long time on the beach. So that's a look at a Spec truck right there. All right, let's go back over and check on some other classes here. Let's go look at Pro UTV Open. They are down here on the furthest section south of the course. We have Brock Eager and Caden McCachran. That's the same. Max Eddy, 1, 2, 3. Look at the gap between them, though. There's actually a bit of a gap between them both now. Caden's hasn't updated in 2 minutes, so he'll be a little bit closer to Brock. But then we got a little bit of a gap back to Max Eddy. So that's SCI cars 1, 2, and 3. We got Mike Caffro. He's running good here. So Mike Caffro, 4th, and Blake Wilkie, 5th. Pretty much the same top 5. This actually isn't that close of racing compared to a lot of races we've seen in this class. The gaps between these cars are a lot bigger than the last few races. We got Brandon Sims over here, Mitchell Alsop there. We have Justin Morgan, Cole Christian back here. So Christian lost a little bit of time, I think. He was down for a little bit, maybe. We got Brandon Walsh still going back there. Justin Lambert. Like we said, Justin Lambert's crashed right there, actually. He's at a decent spot to get parts to him, though, because you see this access road right here? That goes right from Valley to Trinidad. So you can actually get to where Justin is. So if they can get him parts, they can get him fixed and get him going again. So hopefully they can get him some parts and get him fixed. Rodrigo and Pudia, he's been losing time all day. He's definitely fighting some issues because he's way back now. He's moving, but he's definitely got some issues. Alexander there, and then we got Sierra Romo, 0 miles an hour. We saw she got actually clipped by a Class 10 car. They were pulled over and they were going to go back on the course, and they started going real slow, and a Class 10 car or something came by and nailed them. It broke a heim on the, I think it was the upper arm on the front. It broke one of the heims or something on the front. So that was a bummer there. All right, let's see. What else? What other class? Let's look at the forced induction UTV class because they're mixed in here. All right, so forced induction, Caden Wells has been going back and forth with Edgar Garcia all day. Caden is showing back in front. So there we go. There's Caden and Edgar still battling it out. We got some more crossover road action here. Jason Weller on the crossover, Joel on the crossover, Zach on the crossover, Francisco headed out on the crossover, and then Donald back here. So that's a look at your pro forced induction class. Class 10 should be mixed in with these guys as well. Let's see. Show them. There's the front. Okay, 1,000. Still in the front. Zach McLaren, second. Third, we have Elliot Watson. Fourth, Eliseo. Fifth, Mike Aguilar. Sixth, Jason Shipman. Seventh, Stan Potter. Stan losing a little bit of time. Harry in 8th, was that maybe? And then Matt Willard in 9th. So there's a look at your Class 10 race. Kind of spread out, but still close between first and second at least. Only a few miles separates those two right there. So looking good. Spec trucks on the overall. I think we showed you guys that, but we can show you again. So here's Spec overall. We got Jason McNeil's in first. Justin Davis is second. Jordan Dean is third. Cole Harden fourth. Mike Mersall fifth. Brent Fox sixth. Matt Winslow, Thor Herbst, 7th and 8th. Now, in the overall, where are they? Well, let's look. So the first one's right there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 cars in front of them. So Jason McNeil is currently running 7th physical overall. So your first spec truck is 7th physical overall. So there you go. That's what's going on there. So some updates for you on the spec truck class. Let's see, what else? We talked about Class 1, Pro Stock UTV. We didn't talk about them yet. So let's go look. 39.21, Francisco Beltran continues to just be smoking everybody here. 39.59, that is that. The Marcos, Yoshi, Antonio. So pretty good, decent race between second and fourth. They're still kind of close at least. So that's good. Decent race in the pro stock class. Will Spec beat Trophy Truck Timid class? Yes, that is an affirmative because they are starting. Let's see. McNeil started how many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4. He started 5 spots ahead of Cameron. So let's go look. So McNeil is right here. So he has 5 minutes. He started 5 minutes ahead of Cameron's truck. Cameron's truck is right here. So he's at 3:32 and he's at 3:46. He is more than 5 minutes ahead of him. So yes, he's beating him right now. So the spec trucks are beating the two-wheel drive. It looks like 2 of them for sure. Jordan Dean, where did he start? He started right in front of Cameron Steele. So actually, this is really close. 3:32. He's only 2 miles ahead. So Jordan Dean has to finish 1 minute in front of Cameron Steele in order to beat him. So the 16T definitely could still be in play with the 226 as far as the overall goes. But at the same time, Cameron has to watch the 78T, who's right here. Or I should say Dave Mason has to watch the 78T. Let's go look at some of the timing here, and I'll show you why. So this is the score timing. Now, if we come over here, check this out. Look at the top. So we have, okay, so Jason McNeil is first by 2 minutes and 23 seconds over him. But if we go to Trophy Truck two-wheel drive, look, Cameron Steele at mile 248 was only 39 seconds ahead of the 78T, and that was at mile 248. So our next time at mile 344, where are they right now? They're at 3:35. So in about 9 miles, as soon as Cameron gets by 3:44, you got to come back and look at these times again, because that 78T could be really close. He could actually be ahead of him. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what the next split time is. So keep an eye on the split times between the 16T and the 78T in the trophy truck two-wheel drive, because you can see they're very close together right here. The 78T started 25th and Cameron started 18th. So you can see he's got 7 minutes that he has to finish with him. I think he's a little bit farther than 7 minutes right now. 3:35, 3:27. Man, that's really close. If you're doing 60-mile-an-hour average, that's right on pace. He's literally tied with him right there. So that is a really, really, really close race. Cameron's team definitely needs to keep an eye on that on split times between the 78T and the 16T. That's pretty much the only competition in that class. The 19T is too far back to do anything there. So they'll just have to keep an eye on those guys there. All right, that's look there. Class 11, yeah, we got to go check class 11. Let's make sure they're moving. Let's see. Okay, we got one moving. One's on the Mike's road. Now you're going to see class 11 is going to take the blue line. They are allowed to take the blue line. So when you see that class 11 car taking the blue line, don't worry, it's totally legal. Where's our other class 11? Oh, okay, Eric Slorenzo. He's moving, but he is way back there. He is going to be flirting with the time limit, which I don't even remember what it was. I'd have to look it up. Eric is going to be flirting with the time limit. He's going to have to get going a little bit there, but need to pick it up. Good to see him moving. Good to see the 1103 at least moving. That's definitely a good sign. All right, I think that pretty much covers all the classes. I mean, let's go look at the front again, and then we can show you guys what's going on. So we got Toby Price and Alan Ampudia. They are running neck and neck. I don't think he got around him yet while we were gone, right? Let's just double check that. Let me zoom in and check my other tracker here. Nope, the 46 is still in front of the 1. So if we watch, we should see his dust. If we open up, let's see. Go full. Yep, there it is. Okay, so there's Alan's camera. You can see the dust that's sitting down there. That is from Paul still in front of him. So he hasn't been able to make a pass on him yet. Honestly, I don't even think Alan's trying to make a pass down in here, because there's nowhere to pass down in here. He knows he just has to finish within a minute of him. So if he's doing the same exact thing he did at Baja 500. He did not pass Paul in the same section at the Baja 500. He just sat back there. He just drove smart, and he finished within a minute of him, and he beat him on corrected time. It looks like that's his game plan here. It doesn't even look like he's pushing through this. He's just sitting so that he knows he's within a minute of Paul, which is tough because Paul is sitting in 6th gear trying to put some time on him, because Paul knows exactly what's going on behind him. He knows that he's close. He knows that he has to run and put as much time as he can on Alan, because he has to finish more than a minute in front of him. So that is what's going on at the end of this race right here. It's going to be pretty exciting. We only have a few miles left to go. Like I said, remember that the actual finish is over here, right in here in Rancho Nelson area, which is like mile 411 or 412, something like that. So they don't have too much longer to go. They're at 373 right now. So they will be done. I think they should be done before our 6 o'clock update. But we will come on at 6 o'clock, and I'll let you guys know exactly who finished when. You can keep an eye on the score timer right here. Just make sure you go to, we'll put show all. This will be your official time. So when you see them get close to the finish, just go over to the score timing page right here, and you'll see the winner right here. That's the same thing we'll be looking at. Everybody can see it live now. Heck, these guys can see these things on their iPads in the car. I know Brent Bauman has an iPad in there. He's been keeping an eye on the times all day. The Racing Redefined app, you can see, look, Alan Ampudia is beating Toby Price right now at mile 370 by 11 seconds on corrected time. So he's just sitting right behind him. That means he's 50 seconds he knows he's got to play with. So he's 11 seconds ahead of him on corrected time right now. Alan is winning the race right now on time. That's pretty much as we thought. It's going to be almost impossible for Paul Wheel to put time on Alan when he only has 6th gear. Almost impossible. He's going to need something to happen to Alan. He needs Alan to get a flat, and then even with the flat, I mean, Kyle's fast. He can change that thing in probably a minute too. So that's the most that Paul Wheel can hope for right now, is for Alan to have a problem. Alan just needs to sit right where he is, and he's going to win another race. So there you go. All right, guys. Justin Lofton, he's still not out of this either. If something happens with those first 2 guys, you never know. Justin Lofton is sitting right there. He's praying those 2 guys get into it. He wants them to get into each other and take each other out, trying to make a pass. That's Justin Lofton's plan right now, because he's not going to run these guys down. He's not going to run hard enough, I don't think, to get these guys. He started in 5th position, so he would just have to finish 4 minutes behind the 46. So if Lofton pushes really hard through here and he has all of his gears and his truck is working good, I could see him making up some time on the 46 because Allen's not pushing. He's just kind of sitting with them. So they got to be careful because they got to watch Lofton here. If he starts pushing really hard and those guys are just kind of cruising and Allen's just sitting with them, they could get caught from behind by Lofton. So by no means is Lofton out of this. Let's go look at actually, before we sign off, let's look at Racing Redefined and go back. Okay, check it out. If we go back just 5 miles to 365, Lofton was 5 minutes and 55 seconds behind him only. Now let's go 555. Let's go to 360. He was 617. So look at that. He gained 20 seconds in 5 miles. If he keeps gaining every 5 miles, 20 seconds, this is going to be a lot closer at the finish line. He might even gain more than that. So we got to keep an eye on Lofton there. You never know. That's what's kind of tricky when you're out front here. You got to watch these guys back here. Polvardi is also 6 minutes behind on his tracker. So Polvardi is also up there somewhere. Only thing with Polvardi is he started 3rd. So that kind of screws him because he'd have to finish within a minute of Allen and within 2 minutes of Toby and Paul. And I think he's a little too far back for that. So the wild card right here would be Justin Lofton, and that would be the wild card. It's either going to be. It looks like it's going to be Ampudia right now. It's going to be really hard for Paul to win. Most likely Ampudia. You never know. It's desert racing though. Justin Lofton, that's your wild card. All right, come back at 6 o'clock here on Fishgistics, and I will